All right. Welcome to another episode of a Frugal Athlete podcast. This is also video. It's just me again. Hope you guys aren't getting too tired of me. I'm Mobile Kugo, founder and I guess CEO of a Frugal Athlete. You guys already know what a Frugal Athlete's all about. If you are new here, a Frugal Athlete is an online media platform that promotes prudent financial practices and smart career decisions amongst professional athletes and student athletes. As I said last week, if you didn't listen, make sure you guys check back on last episodes. Make sure you guys subscribe and leave a review, by the way, too. It helps us get discovered. It helps us continue to, be consistent with this podcast. We feel like we've been consistent over the last year and a half, which has helped our audience grow. So, yeah, subscribe, leave a review, and share with a friend. But with that being said, I know last week, we talked about, things I learned from FinCon. Today, I'm just going to go through all the financial apps that I have on my phone that I use, a little explanation about what they're about, and then kind of go from there. I think it's really helpful, especially now in my off season. I usually spend this time to like reallocate, where my finances are, spend some time to go over my budget, where my expenditures were, where I can, allocate more investments, see if I have to change up my strategy. But this off season, I've really tried to focus on like just building, just building, and building that foundation. I feel like I'm in a good place with some of the goals that I have. But initially, once the off season hits, my immediate steps are, get the base, do my assessments, and then adjust from there. It's been a little bit different this off season because I've had to handle some other stuff, with the business and some personal things. So I'm actually in a hotel right now, traveling, gonna get my Nigerian passport renewed. So that is why I'm in the hotel. If you're listening or watching this on our YouTube, but with that being said, let's get right into it. So, uh, yeah, I think we're gonna just go over all the financial apps that I use uh, on a consistent basis on my phone, as you can see here, and then kind of go from there. I think it's important for people to check their accounts, 4 to 5 times a week. Not to say you need to be going in and changing everything and doing stuff like that, but I think it's important to like just keep it on top of mind and go from there. So I'm gonna go through the list and then give like an explanation of each one, like real quick synopsis. So this is gonna be a quicker episode. Hope you guys don't mind as we, give, uh, I guess give myself a break from trying to get the guest, and not only me, give the team a break as well. They do a great job of finding guests, talent, helping curate the episodes and stuff like that. But as we get into the off season, we're going to use this time to stay consistent, but switch it up a little bit in terms of the type of content that we're giving you. So let's get right into it. All right, my apps that I use. I'm just going through it right here through my phone, and then going over there. So Lemonade is an insurance app that I use. Great. The user face is amazing. I highly recommend it. I haven't had to use it most recently, but whenever I do, it's quick and easy, very cheap, affordable options that can help you insure yourself. It's really important to protect yourself at all times, and Lemonade gives you that option. Divvy is like an app that a lot of teams use for giving out per diem, and it's pretty cool in the sense of like it helps keep track. It's a little bit more organized, especially on the team side. If you're working with the organization and you have like employees that you give per diem to, Divvy is a great platform for that. ADP Mobile, just a payment platform, to check your payments. Paycor, similar to ADP Mobile, another payments platform to check your payments that you get, usually in W-2 form. TD Ameritrade is my main brokerage account, so got to check that consistently, see where my investments are going. Wells Fargo and Chase, my banking providers, definitely am considering other options, but at the moment, Wells Fargo and Chase are the ones that I use. Cash App, it's how can I say it? it's a money lending platform, I guess, if that's the best way to put it. Not in lending in the sense of like borrowing money for interest, but if you want to, it's a money transfer app. But also you can do other things like invest with it now, and you can invest in crypto and different things like that. But Cash App is what I use for sending people money or receiving money on a small scale. Stocks Tracker is an app that I use to track stocks, um, real time stocks. It does a great job of giving me updates and information and insights on some of the stocks that I'm looking at or have on my watch list. Robinhood, it's probably my second largest brokerage account. This is more where I be a little bit more risky. Whereas TD Ameritrade, those are my blue chip stocks. Those are my more solid picks. Whereas Robinhood, I can be a little bit more risky. I have a small um, portfolio there that I allocate to more risky, more kind of play type of investments. Seeking Alpha, another stock education platform where I can get updates and information. Barclay US, my credit card company that I use. Uh, yeah, so I've been with them for a while. You get some points, rapid rewards, all that stuff to help with you in that standpoint. Fidelity, that's where my 401k is based at. So I got my Fidelity account. Go Payment, it's a service with QuickBooks. It helps you track invoices and stuff like that. Mint is my personal budgeting app that I use. Right now, Mint has been good to me, but I'm always looking at different options. I've heard of many other options that people use and people stand by, and I'm open to all. I'm open to all considerations. Not to say that I don't like Mint, but I definitely think they can improve on some things when it comes to just their overall tracking and user face. But for the most part, it's done its job. I'm not gonna complain too much, but that's my personal budgeting app that I use. Venmo, another peer-to-peer money transfer platform that I use. Some people have Venmo, some people have Cash App. They're pretty similar. It's just that Cash App is part of Square and Venmo is part of PayPal. So depending on who you like more, go from there. Credit Karma, just to check credit scores from time to time, free credit scores, but they also have additional services that you can use. Coinbase, I'm not going to lie, I do have Coinbase, but I'm not in crypto yet. I'm a big believer in um, if you can't explain it in layman's terms, then you shouldn't be a part of it. And I'm still not in a place where I feel like I can explain crypto to the best of my abilities. So I haven't invested yet, but I am spending some time over the off season to really learn. So if you have any resources, please send them my way. Definitely interested. PayPal I use personally and for my business. Get payments, send payments, help track invoices, different things like that. Just a great service overall. Don't like that they take fees, but it is what it is. Public. So for context, I'm a public advisor for their NIL platform, but it's a social. It's like Twitter meets Robinhood meets Clubhouse. So you're able to invest, but also communicate and talk to different people around this app that they have. Stockpile. It's a easy platform for stock investing. It's all about how you start. Stockpile allows you to do just that. We'll be hopefully working with them at some point in the near future. What's great about Stockpile is probably the best platform for gifting others when it comes to stocks, and I definitely think it's something that people should consider. Stash is a platform, brokerage platform. It's a little bit unique in the fact that it has like monthly reoccurring fees, but it's a good way to stash, similar to the app, stash your money away in a unique way. I have a small portfolio where I put like less than $20 a week into this account, just to be safe and have a stash when necessary. M1, an app that I was introduced to at FinCon. If you guys remember FinCon, I spoke about that last week. Still, I haven't really touched it, but it's in my finance app. Yada is another app that I'm not familiar with, but I have in my phone. What else do I have? I have new app. I'm not even allowed to speak on it yet. I don't think so. Let me just keep that quiet. But those are the apps that I have. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Other than that, I think it's important that I might have mentioned a lot of apps, but I think it's important for you, as you go through your list and see what apps that you have to help you on your financial journey, which apps are useful and which apps are useless, and the ones that are useless, delete them. They're taking up space, they're taking up time, they're taking up value. So I think that's the biggest thing when it comes to the financial apps. At some point, I'll make a bigger breakdown. I think content that people like when it comes to finances is like really breaking down the apps and which ones you use, the pros and cons, benefits, reviews, all that. But now is not the time. But this episode definitely sparked my interest in doing that. But if you guys also think I should do that, please comment. If you are on the YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you comment, like, and if you're listening on the podcast, just hit us up on our socials, and we'll get back to you. We'll put it on our content calendar as we head into Q1 2022. But hope you guys enjoyed. I think we'll go another week of a solo podcast, and then we'll get back to the guest podcast. But thanks again. I appreciate all you guys that have been supporting. Please, once again, if you can leave a review and subscribe, it would greatly be appreciated as we try to stay consistent with our show. But with that being said, I'll catch you guys next week.